Hey, what's going on everyone, welcome back to MediaViral. My name is Jamie and today we'll be counting down 10 times the Simpsons foreshadowed the future. Before we get into this video, please make sure to leave a like rating, subscribe to the channel and share this with all your friends. In at number 10 is 9/11. Beginning off this list is probably the most popular Simpsons foreshadowing, 9/11. In 1997, an episode of The Simpsons aired called The City of New York vs. Homer Simpson, where Lisa presents a magazine to the camera which coincidentally looks like it says 9/11, with the Twin Towers in the background of the magazine representing the number 11. This episode aired 4 years before the September 11th, 2001 disaster. In at number 9 is Siegfried and Roy's tiger attack. In 1993, a Simpsons episode aired in which a duo act with a tiger were performing on stage, only for one of them to be attacked by the tiger, forcing the show to end prematurely. 10 years later, in 2003, the Simpsons episode came to life as the popular act Siegfried and Roy were on stage and a 7-year-old tiger pounced on Roy Horn, ending the show quickly. Horn survived the attack and as of 2010, the duo has retired. In at number 8 is FaceTime. In the episode Lisa's Wedding, aired in 1995, Lisa video calls Marge on her phone. A futuristic foreshadowing as 15 years later, Apple released a function to do exactly the same thing called FaceTime. In at number 7 is America's Ebola Outbreak. In 1997, the episode Lisa's Sax was aired, in which Marge is seen reading to Bart a book called Curious George and the Ebola Virus. Obviously, Matt Groening couldn't have actually known that 17 years later the Ebola virus would actually be an epidemic. In at number 6 is Driverless Cars. In 1999, the episode Maximum Homer Drive aired, and though it was before the 2000s, Homer is seen using a feature called Navitron Auto Drive in a truck which is designed by other truck drivers with the intent to self-drive the truck while truck drivers drive long hours. Fast forward 18 years and we are literally on the verge of self-driving cars. There are prototype vehicles at the minute which will literally let the drivers sit there while the car will drive, turn, indicate, brake and stop all for you. In years to come this technology will only advance. In at number 5 is the Horst Me Incident. For anybody outside of the UK, you might not have heard about this, but a few years ago in 2013, a story emerged in the UK of children being fed horse meat in their canteens even though it was labelled as being beef and other meats. 16 years prior to this, in 1997, The Simpsons had an episode where you can see the school chef serving school children horse meat. In at number 4 is the Syrian Uprising. The popular Simpsons parody song on subliminal messaging, Eve and Et Niage, very clearly shows Bart, Milhouse and Nelson all dropping bombs on an unnamed Arab territory, blowing up the ground below. In one shot before getting blown up on a vehicle you can see the Syrian flag. This episode aired in Egypt in 2014 and the company that aired it claimed that the producers of The Simpsons knew all along that this was going to happen in Syria. For context, this episode aired in February of 2001. In at number 3 is The Shard. Another one from the episode Lisa's Wedding, this time a bit more of a subtle one. In this particular shot you can see a familiar building in the background. The Shard, designed in 2000 and built between 2009 to 2012. Issue is that this episode is from 1995. Eerily enough, this building resembles The Shard almost exactly and is also in the same spot. In at number 2 is Letter from the Beatles. In 1991, an episode from The Simpsons showed Ringo Starr from the Beatles answering a fan letter from decades prior. Coincidentally enough, in 2013, two women from Essex received a reply from Paul McCartney 50 years after they had originally sent a letter and a tape recording. And in at number 1 is Donald Trump's presidency. In more than one instance, The Simpsons almost mimicked Donald Trump's presidency. The examples that I came across are that close that they're almost scary. First of all, I'll show you this image. This is the pro-Trump states. Now look at this from The Simpsons 16 years ago. The states are almost identical. Another image here is of Trump standing at his podium with two American flags in the background. The word Trump written on the podium with a simple border with some stars. Almost 2 decades before this image you're seeing was this very similar looking screenshot from the Simpsons episode. The same Trump podium with the same border with a couple less stars and 2 flags in the background. He's also wearing basically the same thing, red tie with a blue suit and a badge on the same side. The last thing I want to show you is going to be a short video comparing The Simpsons from the year 2000 and a clip during Trump's presidential run-up in 2016.
This was perhaps Donald Trump's most celebrated arrival, when he escalated himself into the presidential race.
Very close. Almost the same. Trump is seen going down the escalator with people in the background, and what actually surprises me the most is in both clips, someone in the background in the same spot drops a sign that they are holding. I know there are so many more Simpsons foreshadowing and no doubt foreshadowing from many other cartoons. If you know of any that I missed out, then comment them down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more daily videos, turn on notifications to be notified of a new video, and comment any suggestions down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.